Listening to world news has become not just wearisome, but downright excruciating, as we're being constantly inundated with a barrage of nerve-wracking reports about the latest wars, social injustices, and unfolding ecological collapse. It's time that we take a deeper look at the effects on us and our missions and explore the healthiest ways for moving forward. I welcome you to a third year of Plant Healer Path videos, episode 57. If you're moved by any of this content, please do press like and then share this link on your social media so that more folks might have a chance to see it. Thank you. As herbalists and activists, artists and caregivers, it's in our very natures to reduce pain and to contribute to wholeness, to re-envision and recreate an art of life, to confront harms and to celebrate wonders. We're therefore likely very anxious and anguished to the degree that the admirable lifelong healing mission becomes stymied or derailed, frozen in a flood of fears, or deflated and laid low by toxic hopelessness. The very people pledged to making folks feel better are some of the most sensitive and empathetic, and therefore some of the most deeply traumatized and terribly heartbroken. In the most dire and pressing of times, it becomes all the more important to protect our emotional state and to ensure the overall well-being of those whose very role is to restore the health of others. Both our preservation and our productivity depend on our taking certain steps, beginning first with conscious embodiment, the centering of our awareness in our actual beings and our immediate environs instead of on distant external clamor, focusing on immediate aims that are at least partially attainable. As we shift to being more deeply present in ourselves and in our agency, we're no longer constantly subject to frantic concerns about some unknowable future and the matters farthest from our influence or control, progressing from terror to terroir. Such grounding and recentering is abetted by a deliberate inner calming process, accomplished through a slowing of our rapid-fire thoughts, as well as by our finding positive ways of responding personally and proactively to whatever we currently find threatening or demeaning. Chillin', but still able and willing. Mending and strengthening ourselves while simultaneously working to heal the world might seem like an immense and intimidating responsibility, but it can thus be helpful for us to keep things in relative perspective. Keep in mind that there inevitably comes a moment when every mortal being's lifespan reaches its natural conclusion, no matter how resilient our genetics, how healthy the activities in the diet, how effective the plant medicines that we ingest, or how amazing the healthcare workers that are there to assist. We also know that someday the sun itself will burn out and life as we know it will become impossible. Such realizations are on one level quite alarming, and yet they can also be a blessing if and when they inspire a greater emphasis on our attending and tending, improving and enjoying both finite existence and this infinite planet right now. And so it is. Even the worst and most intractable of social, political, and financial threats. As when addressing a dangerous bodily condition or a disease, we know that while there's no certainty of a fix, there's a necessity to always try our best, to rewild nature and conserve the environment, to actively oppose injustice of all kinds, as well as the greedy official medical system, to fight against ideologies of bigotry and hate, to persistently work towards a future of diversity and dignity, and to spread the love. We don't devote ourselves to this effort because we expect to be totally successful. We do so because every right effort is purposed, hopeful, and therefore glorious. Because there will be at least incremental betterment thanks to us. And my friends, because we're inspired and impelled to try. An inglorious end of our human race would, in a larger sense, seem less tragic if anything about perishing were to feel like a relief, or if we're not sufficiently enjoying the fact and the act of surviving. To be truly relieved, restored, and actualized, it's not enough that we're able to avoid distress or to feel correct, not even that we bravely act and virtuously behave. To avoid being consumed or disabled, drained or depressed, we also need to feel good. To experience the satisfaction of answering a calling and stepping up to face the challenges, of helping as much as we can in every way we can. To be well again and to contribute to the wellness of the planet. We need to reclaim the excitement of curiosities, explorations, and discoveries. We need the sustaining sense of fulfillment that comes from the manifesting of our intentions, but also from the sensory and soulful pleasures that attend the growing of herbs and the making of plant medicines. The sun shining down upon our faces and on our gardens and the complex flavors of our energizing tonics. The giddiness of attempting the allegedly impossible again and again and again. And the warm, heartful glow that comes from seeing people aided, revived, and delighted. You know that blueberries taste most flavorful when we've noticed that they're among the last of the season, at the close of their short fruiting eras. And medicinal herbs often end up more powerful and more effective when they've been encountering great ecological stressors, impoverished soils, wildfire, or drought. Similarly, the worst of what we face has the power to amplify our motivations and bolster our determination. It's a uniquely difficult period that we're currently forced to deal with. But rather than acquiescing to fear and depression, it's our special opportunity to be and to promote an alternative. The most galling factors and unacceptable conditions can provoke us to give at least equal attention to the vital counterbalance, to the work and the rewards, to the possible creative countermeasures, the call for medicines, and the creation of crucial cures. Remember that terrible situations neither preclude nor nullify our shared purpose. They increase the need for us to fulfill it in our inspired individual ways, fueling our urgent but timeless quests, encouraging us to chance new paths and new repairs. In this, we can sometimes fail or be foiled, but never defeated. Never surrendering our aims, our hopes, and our dreams, our quest to heal, or even how intensely we feel. In the darkest of times, we must keep the glow of our goals and our satisfactions in sight. For it is the healer who must bear the light.